What's up, Seth? Morning to you, man.
Good morning, and good morning to all of our viewers.
Nice, man.
Right, so,
you have to excuse my cough this morning, but I know it's erectile dysfunction.
Yes, so erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
Of course, erectile dysfunction, first let me start off by saying erectile dysfunction is not something that just affects the elderly. It can affect all men at all ages. It's not something that is just related to older folks or senior citizens. It can affect everyone.
Right.
So understanding what it is when you have problems maintaining an erection, penile erection.
Right.
To the point where it inhibits sexual performance or activity, or unable to cause sexual activity to continue. Right. It can lead to premature ejaculation because of the fact that because the erection can't be whole, the body will try to compensate right, for the short erection, and therefore cause somebody to ejaculate prematurely. So that is one of the possible causes of premature ejaculation.
Okay.
All right. Now, when it comes to erectile dysfunction, there are many contributing factors that can cause it, like heart disease, clogged blood vessels. You have high blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, and the combination of those which we class as metabolic disease. Right, then you have other neurodegenerative conditions like Parkinson's disease, dementia.
Right.
You have multiple sclerosis, and then we have things like alcohol consumption, tobacco use, right, prostate issues, prostate cancer, large prostate. And of course, you have medications. So medications that deal with things like reducing blood pressure. So blood pressure medications, histamines, which is for allergy medications. You have medications for acid reflux.
Right.
And then you have a lot of medications for psychological or mental health issues that also causes erectile dysfunction. Now, many would say too that there is the other aspect of erectile dysfunctions which has to do with the psychological aspect. But I want people to understand too that when it comes to the psychological aspect of things, mental health issues are a physical issue, right? Mental health issues are a physical issue, and we need to, not because you don't, okay, let me put it this way. There are no pain receptors in the brain. Because there are no pain receptors in the brain, problems with the brain, which can be due to deficiency or damage, can manifest in a mental health issue.
Okay.
It does not mean a mental health issue is not a physical issue. It is a physical issue because you have all these neurological pathways and you have hormones and minerals and stuff that you need in order to transport those signals to the other recepting factors or aspects of the brain. So we need to change that mindset of saying that sometimes erectile dysfunction is caused just from stress. Stress is a physical thing, but you have no pain receptors in the brain, so you wouldn't know specifically which part of the brain is being affected to say, right, it's because of a damaged part here or a damaged part there.
Right.
All right. So when it comes to erectile dysfunction, your lifestyle and nutrition plays a major role in it. From people within the ages of 20 to 29, 8% of the male population suffer with erectile dysfunction. Now, this is only for those that have reported it. So the figures could be a lot higher. All right?
Right.
From those at the age of 30 to 39, it's 11% of reported cases. So therefore, the actual figures is a lot higher. This is affecting a lot of people.
Yeah.
People 40 and going up is 40%. So of course, it's a lot higher. And people and men at age 70 is usually around 70%.
Wow.
So it's even higher. All right. But today now, they are saying more and more reports of people with erectile dysfunction are taking place under the age of 40. So the numbers are increasing. All right, the numbers are increasing, and many people are out here trying to take drugs and stuff in order to try to manage or handle this issue. When in reality, what is needed is a total change in lifestyle and dietary practices. When we get those things correct, that issue would not be an issue. Now, some would say, well, they'll say, well, it's okay to occasionally have erectile dysfunction. And I would say, no, that is not supposed to be so. It is supposed to function anytime. Now, someone say, but what if you're in a stressful situation? Well, let's look at back in the past, when you go back to the Great Depression, right, in the 1930s, late 1920s, 1930s. We had the most amount of pregnancies, the most amount of births, during the time where there was the most suffering.
Right.
So, stress should not reduce a male's ability to keep an erection.
Right.
Now, if you incorporate stress with poor diet and lifestyle,
now you have a combination.
Now you have a problem. But if you have the diet and lifestyle in check, the stress would not impact that area,
right,
or that aspect of your manhood, because this affects confidence. It affects the ego of an individual. Right. It affects their even ability to focus. It affects relationship. Marriages have ended over such things. All right. And to let people know that these things are easily fixable. These things are easily fixable. Right. On my program, when the diet is corrected, that is an area that automatically fixes itself.
Really?
Automatically fixes itself. Because your nutritional requirements are now being met, the body is going to function in full capacity. The healthier you are, the better you are in keeping and maintaining an erection. All right. So while it is a sensitive issue, the reason why it isn't being addressed is because a lot of men are too embarrassed to speak about it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Anything
that feeling embarrassed about it.
Anything to do in that department, men are usually, they don't want to talk about it. They're very quiet. They wouldn't even tell the doctor. They wouldn't even go to the doctor and say, well, doctor, I have some problems, because it's just, I don't know. I mean, if you're having a little situation there with the erectile dysfunction, or like you said, premature ejaculation or anything like that, it shouldn't be anything that you're afraid to speak about, because any conversation you have with your doctor is private. Any conversation that you have if you go to see set is private and confidential. It's between you and that individual. I mean, and people like you, Seth, who deal with persons with these issues. I mean, it's not like, you take these things very seriously because you understand that, listen, this person is not doing something that they're supposed to be doing, or their body's lacking something, and it's you understand what it is to fix it, right?
And it should like this can affect even your drive at work. So some people can underperform in their physical duties to their jobs and career because they could have hormonal imbalances that would affect their mood, so their ability to focus is affected. So if you correct all of these things, right, your entire life, your entire physical well-being and mental well-being would improve as well. People need to at least address it instead of keeping it hidden and not mentioning it. All right. So it needs to be addressed. Because my program fixes that nutritionally, through nutrition. So it's no drugs, no supplement. All those drugs for that issue all have side effects, and some of those side effects can be very severe.
Because I've often told people, you know how you feel. So if you make a lifestyle change towards, let's say, your nutritional diet, right? Your way of nutrition, you must know how you feel. You understand? You must know how you felt before as opposed to how you feel now, right? It's like the guy who sent the picture, the guy that you sent us, who was overweight and now he trimmed down after a couple months. The guy talking about from South. He sent this picture and stuff, right? And I think he said, he never felt better. You must know. You know what I mean? Sometimes I wake up in the morning, I'm just not feeling it. It's because I might not have gotten enough rest. So my body isn't rested, so my body's telling me, hey, today gonna be a rough day, we ain't feeling, I ain't feeling 100% because I didn't get enough sleep. And things of that nature. So if you're not eating properly, or if you're eating the wrong, you must know. It's like when I consume sugar. If I consume sweet stuff and desserts, I feel horrible after. No, when I say I feel horrible after, I feel the bloat and the weight and, you know.
Right, but what if most people are used to that feeling? Many people don't know what it is to truly feel healthy. So you can't miss something you never had.
Good point.
So that's the other thing. So many people have never felt what it is. So their whole life they have been feeling this particular way, and they don't know that they could feel any better than that.
Yeah.
So they would know when they feel worse than that, but they don't know they can feel better than that. So that's why I've told people, if they could have spent a day in my body to feel how I feel on the day, they would never go back to the lifestyle that they previously had.
That they had, yeah.
Yeah. Every sense is working top notch. No problems. 2015 vision, right? Sense of smell is on point. Everything, right? So you experience life in a totally different manner because the body is functioning at a high performance level, right? But most people don't have a clue what that is. Because they have never experienced it, or the time when they did experience that, they were too young, so they can't remember.
They can't remember. And the thing is, right? The thing is, just before you run out of time, the thing is, right? When you are not feeling well, the slightest improvement. So let's say you take a medication, and the medication makes you feel a little better. You tell yourself, yeah, boy, that work, and I'm back to normal. But you're really at that stage. You really don't know what normal is. You really don't know, because you've never experienced it. But the slightest improvement from bad to not so bad is like it's like you skyrocket to being back to normal and healthy. When you're not bound to be, because you really don't know, or you really haven't experienced the real.
Yes,
you know.
I haven't gotten sick since I made the change in my diet. I haven't gotten sick. Not even the cold, not even the flu. Right? How much people could say that they have experienced that, and then also being able to maintain other aspects of health at optimum performance.
Yeah.
Right? So that's very, very different. I only need 4 hours of sleep max, right? And my body functions.
And your body functions top notch.
So before.
Right. Yeah, because as we close here, what you eat affects, I guess, your sleep pattern as well, eh? Your body, your buzzing is, depending on what you eat, you mightn't sleep well. It happens, and depending on the time you eat as well.
And simple thing as getting up to urinate or waking up in the night to urinate. That is something that doesn't happen to me. I sleep throughout the entire night.
Throughout the entire 4 hours?
When I get up, right?
Right. So you basically get 4 hours of sleep.
And if I sleep longer, what I was saying, that is the minimum I need, and I'll function.
And you will function properly.
If I sleep longer than that, I am not waking up in between that time to go to use the bathroom, you know?
All right.
Whenever I get up, then I go to use the bathroom.
So,
all right? So as a closing off here, I just want to send out a little warning to everyone, you know, because we're closing off until after the carnival.
Yeah, this is the last segment until after carnival, people.
Last segment.
Yeah.
All right. So we're approaching the 3 deadliest days for the year: Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and New Year's Day. It have the most amount of deaths, the most, right, recorded, and that's usually due to lifestyle choices, because the 93% of all those deaths are from non-communicable diseases.
Yeah.
All right.
A lot of alcohol consumption too.
Alcohol consumption, eating a whole set of high sugar foods. Most people still don't understand what sugar is. So I want to encourage people, use this time, you know, to try to make corrections to the diet. Do not go and pig out. Book an appointment. Give yourself that gift for the Christmas. Book a consultation. Learn about proper nutrition, so as you go into the festive season, from the Christmas season into the festive season, you understand nutrition better, so you can safeguard yourself and protect your health while you enjoy yourself physically without having to splurge and damage your internal health. All right. So as I close off, I wish you all Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and Happy Carnival as well.
All right, nice man. But right now, I'll call it Christmas week.
Okay, good.
I'll call it Christmas week. No, yes, I know. It's the last segment, but I mean, you must come on Christmas week and tell the people Merry Christmas and that kind of thing. So don't worry yourself. Yeah, I'll call it Christmas week, man. So take it easy, and I look forward to a lot more interesting topics come 2024, my brother.